Look, Morty, I can stand in front of a camera and talk about random crap too. I'm a YouTuber now, Morty. I'm YouTuber Rick! Morty, what do you think of this, Morty? What do you think of this, Morty?
I don't know who this Morty is.
Who the are you?
Oh, well, my name's Ourmusicbox, and welcome to another 9-bit Rick and Morty review, I guess. I have freaking 9 more. Welcome to another Rick and Morty review. This was the newest episode. I honestly don't freaking remember the name. A Pickle Rick in time? I don't know. I can't remember. The title is...
It's Pickle Rick, you idiot!
But in any case, this is the newest episode of Rick and Morty. The one with the new Pickle Rick! And... God dang, it's freaking good. This episode is awesome and hilarious. And also, apparently, like, some people, like, when they watched the last episode, some people said, like, they weren't impressed, or, like, they really weren't, like, I don't know, I guess they didn't like it as much. I thought it was freaking a great episode. And this was pretty freaking good, too. Even though I'm pretty sure there is a movie reference in this one. Mind you, I have no goddamn idea which one it is. So I'm trying to think of, like, a movie that's something like this, but I can't honestly think of it. I can think of, like, a couple movies that are similar to this. It's like just straight up action movies, but I don't know. But in any case, basically, the family is going to counseling. It's counseling. A therapist. Going to a family therapist, but Rick, of course, doesn't want to go, so he turns himself into a pickle. And I freaking love this, like, basically everything. Like, they straight up show there, yeah, reason right, Rick doesn't want to go to this thing. But then Rick's like, oh, I don't know, I'm sorry about this, Beth. Like, I really wish I could come, but, you know, I'm stuck as a pickle, and I have to try to save myself. And Morty's like, well, what about that syringe that's above you, that's hanging by a thread, that's on some scissors that are connected to that timer that's set to turn off in like 10 minutes by the time you'd be to leave. I freaking love that bit because Rick's like, shut up, Morty. And Beth's like, no, it's fine. Walks over, takes the syringe off, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Beth's like, yeah, if you don't want to come, it's beautiful. It's goddamn beautiful. And basically then Rick, through random circumstances of cat videos and rain, gets sent to the sewers and then kills a cockroach and uses his tongue to pilot the brain. And I've seen the animatic of this, and it looked pretty good, freaking straight up animated completely too. I think they added some stuff too, which freaking awesome. But Rick cutting the head off a rat, you know, getting his rat arms and legs, and just fighting his way through a horde of rats. I freaking love when he gets to the last rat, who's like the boss rat. He's like, you know, because you have distinct features, and even though you have distinct features and stuff like that, you notice how I didn't name you Scar and stuff. It's because, like all the other rats, you don't matter. The only person who matters is me. And freaking, like, murders him. Murders all the rats. And escapes into, like, some kind of Russian house where they're housing billions of dollars or savings bonds and a serial killer prisoner, which then leads to Rick fighting, first killing off a bunch of people because they're not letting him out of the goddamn house, even though he just wants to get out of the house. And then freaking go straight up action movies. That they released this one guy named Jaguar to fight Rick, because apparently there's like a whole omen. Like, maybe it's kind of like John Wick a little bit too. Like, it's like, he reminds me of the legend of the Pickle Man who eats people when they litter or some crap. I don't forget. Oh no. Steals children's dreams. And I love Rick's response to hearing that. He's like, I'm not going to steal your children's dreams. Only their parents. And I'm like, God, Jesus. And he freaking sets up all these weapons, killing people. Freaking creates a laser gun that's powered by a AA battery. By God, it's amazing. And by the point where they're about to let him out, after he apparently killed Jaguar, this serial killer guy, who apparently these mobster Russian people have his daughter, Rick basically says, send the money to Jaguar's daughter after you let me out. Because saying, she's dead. Well, I'm coming for you. Or just says like he's coming from before that. And dude tries to escape. Spoilers, Jaguar's alive. He teams up with Rick. They blow the dude up. Freaking Rick flies away, or Jaguar flies away. Jaguar says that he should spend time with his daughter, say he loves him. And while this is all going on, again, side story. Beth, Morty, and Summer go to a counselor's place. What's his face? The one math teacher apparently eats poop, which I didn't get the joke until later because they're all sitting at the counselor's office and there's a sign that one of those like it's not dysfunctional, but trying to think of what they're called. It's those posters, the motivational posters, and it goes courage, and it shows a guy eating a hot dog, and the people are like, and Summer's like, why is that symbol of courage? And then after we hear that this guy eats poop, apparently, I'm like, oh, I get it now. But they go to this counselor's office because Summer's huffing glue or enamel, and Morty's peeing himself, and they think that's a cry for help because of the divorce. The school does, so that's why they're sending them here. And Beth is having none of this. And also the freaking goddamn, what is it? The counselor. I keep saying counselor because that's all I can think of. Therapist. Therapist is like, so why are you? I thought a grandfather would be here today. And he was saying, no, he turned himself into a pickle. Does he turn himself into a pickle often? And they go on a whole tangent about him being a pickle. And I'm just like, what freaking therapist wouldn't be questioning what the fudge they mean by turning him into a pickle? Especially when, after Jaguar scene and everything, Rick does go there because Beth has the serum to fix Rick after Rick got shot in the side and slowly dying. What is it? God dang it, what am I saying? Rick needs the serum to heal himself, but basically, and they just go on a whole thing where they're talking about like this stuff and like saying like why certain things are happening, and Beth at one point just goes, you? And I'm just like, God, you to the therapist, like, Mom, what the fudge? It's freaking beautiful. Like, the whole therapist scene itself is so god dang hilarious, and I love it. Oh, god dang! I'm just trying to think of all of it. This episode is just so god dang fun. It is so god dang fun. When you have the action, you have the crazy actions and stuff like that. You have, of course, the whole bit with the therapist stuff like that. And I will say also, unlike, let's say, Season 1 and Season 2 of Rick and Morty, this one, it does seem like it's trying to get either a message or just trying to get something, like it has that of a more constant, more theme that's kind of more straightforward in it a little bit more. And I will say that's probably why some people got a little bit turned off about the last one. Because if you look at Season 1 and Season 2, well, Season 1, it's kind of the similar format of shows that are kind of like this. Again, Steven Universe, Adventure Time, so on, where there is a bigger story here, but you're only getting bits and pieces of it, and most of it just seems like random episodic adventures. It doesn't really seem like there is an actual story going on so much. And then in season 2, you get a little bit more of possibly of some story, but you see more, it's still kind of random stuff. And this one, it is, even though it's not, I'm pretty sure the story behind the story, this one has a theme that is going to be affecting most likely this entire season, and what a lot of the stuff is going to be projecting off of. Instead of it just being Rick and Morty going on random adventures, sorry, it is more, this season is about Beth and Jerry's divorce and how that's affecting Morty, Summer, and of course Rick, and of course Beth and Jerry. Sorry. That is what this one seems to be more about. It has more of a solid story type thing. It's not just random stuff now. It's more not just Beth and Jerry things in the background. No, it is actually in the foreground now. Their problems are now our problems. And that's kind of also works with the characters too. Again, like it's our, just as it's their problems and they have to deal with the divorce, we have to deal with the divorce and how the characters are dealing with the divorce. Stuff like that. I don't know. I went through divorce. Well, I didn't go through divorce. You get what I mean, I hope. But anyways, I don't know. I don't know. I think it was supposed to affect me. I don't think it did. But I never found a reason why it should affect me. I'm like, it's their problem. But in any case, this episode was freaking awesome. It was amazing. And again, there is like a solid problem, I guess, in this season that we're going to be feeling throughout the rest of this. The next episode, FYI, is going to be, I think, the Guardians of the Galaxy spoof episode, which, fudge, yeah. That's going to be great. And also another thing that I see that's a running theme is Morty isn't so much the, I don't know how much he was, but he's not so much the Morty of that he's awed and mesmerized by Rick anymore. You see now, like especially in the beginning of this episode, where he reveals stuff. I'm a Pickle Morty! Pickle Rick! You see, like, Morty's like, well, why? Like, do pickles live forever? Or is there something like, Morty basically, and like Rick's saying, just be impressed. And it's just like, it's kind of that bit, it's kind of like, Rick, you've shown this kid so much goddamn stuff, even more stranger and weirder than this. I think he's kind of done. Morty basically, it's like Morty's kind of like outgrowing Rick a bit, it seems. That's what at least so far that I'm taking away from most of this. Whether it be last season where they go to a Mad Max world and Morty's just like, eh. And like, yeah, in the first episode of Rick and Morty, you have them going to a planet, or weird dimension with a different evolutionary chain, and in that one, Morty really doesn't seem to care as much. But in the end, also, he got afraid when like the monster was chasing them and stuff like that. You still saw stuff like that. While in a Mad Max world, he really maybe he was afraid a bit, but like he's not as afraid as he used to be. He's more tempered to this insanity that's ensuing. And that's, one, shows character development, and two, it is kind of like, okay, could this actually lead into something later on? Like, we know later on there's also, like, they showed, like, the clip of the Star Wars spoof episode, or, like, a spoof of Star Wars episode, where, like, we can't be doing this anymore, Rick, Morty! We can't do this anymore! And it's probably going to be, I don't know if that'll be season finale, but seeing something like that, like, it is kind of like, how far is Morty going to be like, he's like, I'm done. I'm done with this. Like, it doesn't really, because Morty already seems like he's kind of already finished dealing with Rick. And now it's just a question of what the fuck is going to happen with that. And again, we still have everything else going on. And also, FYI, there's an episode where there's a Rick who has like a robot arm and robot eye. I'm going to go ahead and assume that Rick is mistaken for our Rick, and Jerry tries to talk with him, and the robot Rick takes advantage of that, either being Rick, or maybe even being controlled by evil Morty, who knows. That robot Rick takes control, takes that opportunity to make Jerry take him to a theme park. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that's where that episode's going to go. It's not going to be, I don't think it's the next episode, probably the episode after that one, but I assume that's where that one's going to go. Who knows? Also, at the end of the episode, the end credit scene is the episode where the guy's playing the piano and people are getting their faces smashed in, and Maurice and Rick are about to die. And I'm just like, oh, this is just the end credits joke, really? And it's funny, though. Jaguar comes out of nowhere, kills the guy, and flies away. And he's like, who was that? The reason why you don't go to counseling. It's like, God dang it. But it's awesome. This episode was great. I loved it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. This episode was freaking fun. It was pretty freaking fun. It was pretty fun. I liked Pickle Rick. I liked when he's just using the body of the rats and stuff. And especially loved the ending after they do have a little bit of counseling with Rick just coming in as the pickle sitting down bleeding. I was like, yeah, I came here because I need this or whatever, and the therapist kind of not rips him apart, but kind of says why he does this or whatever, because his mind is the only thing he has in control of in this infinite multiverse of things that you quote unquote can't control. And I do like the ending where Beth and Rick just kind of just talked, and that was a really great scene where they're just talking with each other, and then he's like, you want to go get a drink? Just for him to hang out with his daughter. And I was like, that is beautiful. And I love that. I really do love that. I want more things like that. That's freaking beautiful. But in any case, this episode was awesome. I loved it. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'm sure one of these links are on my Facebook description ones over there somewhere. Thank you for watching, and we will see you later.
So crowd's made with technology. No, magic. Magic's used by people with too much eyeliner. Are you saying I have too much eyeliner on? My God, this is stupid. Why are you watching?